Hello everyone, I'm Doodlemanz86 and today I'm going to be reviewing the Hollow Earth Crystal Godzilla X Kong The New Empire minis, mystery minis. So these are little packs that come with little Godzilla toys. As you can see, our cast consists of 4 characters: Godzilla, Kong, Shimo, and Scar King. So these are mysteries, they're not color coded, and I was lucky enough to get all 4 of them in one go, my first try. I'm so happy. I thought I would get doubles. It kind of reminded me of the FNAF mystery minis, if you remember what it was like trying to get those in duplicates. So yeah, I'm going to go over these today, and yeah, let's just start out with the packaging because it's really neat packaging. So if you remember last time, we also had a wave of little mini 2-inch figures, and those guys came separately online, but if you were to go to the store, you'd find them in a pack together. And it was just some average pack, you know, with Godzilla vs. Kong branding. But this time we have some stylized packaging, which looks really neat. So as you can see, we have 4 little crystals. They're about, I believe, 4 inches. Yeah, 4.5 basically. They're 4.5 inches, and they're really cool because you can keep them afterwards. They can be on your display as little crystals. So I think that's really neat. I'm happy they went all out with this and got creative. And there's 4 colors: orange, blue, purple, red. That was the pretty cool packaging. First up here, we'll take a look at Kong. So we see from this brand new wave that obviously Godzilla looks different, but so does Kong. He got a new design change for this line, and I think it looks better. It definitely looks more like Kong, and it looks really neat. So he's very dark brown with gray for the skin. The scars are like a pinkish white. His eyes are he no longer has pupils. His eye is just now the color of his eye. It's just a dot, which I'm fine with. The teeth paint pretty neat. The paint looks nice. The fur is just fantastic. His visible 6-pack is definitely an interesting choice. His back muscles are nice. His back booty pretty cool. I give it an 8 out of 10, much better than the bigger figure. Here's the bottom, plain old feet, and here is the Beast glove, which I still don't know what it stands for, but it's very shiny, very yellow. There's silver on the gears here, pretty sweet. Overall, it's a fantastic sculpt and paint. He looks pretty great. No articulation. They're all about 2 inches, exactly 2 inches, so they're about this tall. I'll show you the size comparisons, how they stand next to other figures. And while we're at it, let's take a look at our past Kong. I'd say this is definitely a glow up. But yeah, here he is next to our past Kong. Again, I like the new Kong much more. The sculpt is just better, and they actually did good with the paint, so yeah. And there we go. That was our Kong figure. Pretty sweet, pretty great, but I'd say he's like the average one of these 4. The other 3 are just, they got a lot more going for them, but overall, pretty nice mini. Next up, let's take a look at our evolved Godzilla. So, oh my, he looks like a penguin now. I mean, just look at that face. They didn't paint the teeth like last time, but I'm fine with that. They did sculpt and paint the tongue, and the eyes are on point. Again, no pupils though. Looks pretty sweet. The front of his body is more brown than the other figures, which is interesting. His body is turquoise. His spines are pink, really sweet. His chest and upper body are huge. And then you have his skinny little legs. The shape of the spines is a little funny looking, but I don't mind it. And they actually sculpted the little crevices in there, which is really sweet to see. They're also really thin, which I'm happy about. All the scales and scutes look fantastic. It's glorious at this size. Pretty sweet looking little mini. And there are the tail spikes, which just look great. I love that new design change. It looks so cool. And yeah, that was Godzilla. He looks fantastic. He's definitely one of my favorites, especially at this small scale. And I'll bring out the past Godzilla. And here he is. Really nice, isn't it? That's definitely a design change if I've ever seen one. I'm happy about that. Really great mini overall. So now we get to our new characters, Scar King. These are actually my first Scar King and Shimo figures, so this is my first look at the figures and the overall design. And I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. The long limbs, the red, the war paint. I hope he's like Koba from Planet of the Apes. And he has that long whip-like skeleton, the whiplash as it's being called. And the lower jaw of a titan, pretty sweet. So his eyes are black. I thought they were going to be blue, but you know what? I'm fine with that. He's very bald. Oh my god, look at him. He's bald. Baldy. And he's got his long arms. Why you meddling kids? That's the position he's in right now. And his feet are white, which I thought they were just going to leave uncolored, considering they left it uncolored for Kong, but alright, they have a new favorite now, and that's Scar King. And the fur looks great. I just love how that looks. So overall, great sculpt and paint. I love this little mini. Pretty sweet, and he just looks evil. I feel like he's just going to be straight up evil in the movie. So pretty great mini overall. And now we get to our last Titan, Shimo. So I didn't even know what Shimo was or anything about it until these figures started coming out. So I know nothing about this character, but based off its design, I can assume this is some sort of ice Titan. And overall, it's a really great design. It's an original design that's really fantastic. It just looks so good. Like, first off, we have the icicles up here, which form like a crown, which is really cool. The shark-like, beak-like head. The blues are also sweet. And the crystals back here are all symmetrical. So that's interesting. I thought they were just going to jut out of this back for, you know, just in different positions. Very big too, like very big, much bigger than Godzilla, which is interesting. Seems like he's on all fours too. That's really sweet. We got a lot of line and seams here. The chest, huge upper body, small lower body. We have a lot of armor plating, just clear white skin that looks so beautiful. And again, those crystals look so sweet. Here we have the tail, and we have tail spikes, which look really nice. Overall, I think this has to be one of my favorite original designs, and it definitely looks intimidating. And here it is as a little size comparison. It's much bigger in hand than Godzilla. So I wonder if this will be accurate or if it will somehow be bigger. But yeah, overall, I like this little mini. I definitely think it's the one you should go after. Really nice mini overall. I love it. So here's our size comparison between our minis. As you can see, Scar King seems to be about the biggest one here. Then it'd be Godzilla, then Kong, then Shimo. But Shimo feels a lot bigger, especially in terms of, you know, width and height. So if I pull out the ruler here, they're gonna measure 2 inches, as you can see. 2 inches. It's a pretty good height for a mini. So here we have some size comparisons with the past GVK minis. And I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that there's going to be more of these GXK minis. Not sure which characters, but be on the lookout for that. And here we have some of the Playmates figures. And then here we have some 6-inch figures. And then here we have some Gashapon minis. See how they stand next to each other. So overall, I really do enjoy these minis. You all know me, I love minifigures. I'm so happy they brought them back, and with this cool packaging, the overall sculpt and paint of these guys is pretty good. It's definitely an improvement, and I really did enjoy how these come out. They're pretty lovely little guys you can take anywhere, and they're really sweet. If not for these guys, get them for the crystals, but if you're here for them, they're going to serve you very well. They're really great, $5 worth the price, I'd say. Pretty sweet looking, and they just look very nice. I'm sure they're going to stand well amongst your desk. Really great minis overall. I highly recommend picking them up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.